Hello. Hi, Instagram. Hello, Facebook. I made it tonight. I was just going to go on my business and personal page, but a spot came up on Spirit Events directory, so I jumped in on the spot. I just thought, okay, I'll take that spot. So anyway, I'm here. Good to see everyone. Hi, Stella. Hi, Samantha. Hello. Nice to see you. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Facebook people. Jumping on now. Oh, a little bit anxious tonight. Don't know why. Hey, Stella. Oh, Stella, I forgot to send you a thing. Oh, I'll do that tonight. I've uploaded it. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. It's on its way tonight. I promise. Straight after this. Hi, Susan. Hello. Hello, Kylie. Nicole. Oh, Nicole. Hello. Rosemary. Hello. Hi, Helen. Miranda. Hi. Hi, Jess. Hi, everyone. Cheryl. Hello. It's good to see everyone. Glad you're here. Welcome to our Monday Reads. Monday Reads. Oh, you've missed me. I missed you too, Miranda. I can't wait to see you all on Wednesday. I'm really looking forward to it. Hi, Joe. Hi, Lakin. Angela. Tanya. Am I looking gorgeous? Thanks. Not feeling too gorgeous. I'm feeling a bit anxious tonight. I don't know why. Bit of a strange vibe. Anyway, hi, Brad. Nice to see you. This is why you don't get content done. That's right, Suze, because we've got more important things to do, like listen to a tarot report. Hello, Dwayne, Rosemary, Lulu, Jill. We'll just wait for people to jump on and then, we'll get started. I look forward to doing the reads tonight. So, Samantha, I can't tell if it's a filter in the background of your house. Looks great. Oh, the candle's real, but the sparkly sun, like the sparkly cosmic, because there's someone on Instagram saying it's the cosmic look. That's a filter. I like the cosmic look in the background because, somewhere along the lines of, in my fantasy, I think I'm a cosmic goddess in my dream world. Hi, Paul. Hello. Yeah, so, Brad, why are you tagging so many people? Do you know these people? Is that why you're tagging them in? Hi, Louise. Hello. Hello, Manda. Yes, we need some good cards. We had great cards last week. Who followed through with last week's reading? Hi, Jane. Oh, I'm really well. Thanks for asking. Who followed through with last week's reading? Hello, Kathy. Oh, it's your first time? Well, I'll be gentle. I'll be gentle. Move slowly and gently today. Hello, Carmel. Oh, they're family members. Oh, that's nice of you to share, Brad. Thank you. So, okay, well, let me introduce myself. My name is Marina Lovas. Hi, Sharon. And I teach tarot and channeling, and I'm also a business coach. So I coach intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating programs and services that sell out. And I do that through teaching people the intuitive arts, and I teach them how to monetize the intuitive arts. Also, a little bit of housekeeping before I get started tonight. I'm just, I'm sort of like, part of me is a bit scared and part of me is a bit excited. I'm relaunching my 9-month tarot training and mentoring, tarot therapy training and mentoring. This will be it's highly likely, just looking at my calendar, which this is what scares me a little bit, this will be the last one I launch for this year. So it is a 9-month tarot training. There's nothing like it. You won't find this anywhere else. online. You won't find a program like this. It's pretty amazing. I will take you through the 78 tarot cards, the mythic tarot cards, the portals of all of the psychological aspects and the mythological aspects of these cards. I'll teach you all the mythology. Plus, you go on a psychotherapeutic journey. So basically, we meet up once a week for 9 months where you'll learn therapeutic practices, dream therapy, counseling 101, Jungian psychology and Jungian psychotherapy. You'll also learn narrative therapy. And this round, this is what, because it used to be 7 months, but I've extended it to 9 months so we can go deep on the narrative therapy. And I'm having such incredible results with my team, with the students. They're absolutely loving it. And it's just become like an incredible life-changing program, not just in the context of you developing best practices and moving away from fortune telling into the realm of tarot therapy and ethical practice, but also you having an incredible journey where you get to explore more of who you are. So we do work with the unconscious and the conscious, bringing up unconscious material from your inner verse and bringing that to conscious reality so you can get to know more of who you are. It is an incredible journey. I can't tell you how proud I am of this course. It's like I love it so much. I wish that somebody had created something like that for me, which is a good sign when you love your own courses. So I'll pop the link in here. I've only got 6 seats available. I only take 6 people per intake. That's because of the intimacy of the training, and it's so that you get to have your therapy, your group therapy every week. So it's basically personal and spiritual growth. Plus, you'll learn how to implement tarot therapy, moving away from fortune telling into best practice. And yeah, you'll be able to set up your own practice like I do in this room here, where I don't just do tarot therapy, but I do a whole host of psychotherapeutic work with my clients, and I'm going to teach you how to do that too. So it's a pretty incredible program. So there you go. The link is there. If you'd like to find out more and you want to know more, please contact me. There is a membership portal that you get to give. I'm just going to shuffle the cards while I'm talking. A membership portal that you have access to, and it's yours forever. That membership portal is yours forever. So there's like it's almost 250 word manual. 250 pages, I should say, not words, 250 pages manual that's in there. It's huge. There's heaps of content in there, videos, SoundClouds, training material. It's huge. And all of that content in the membership portal can be downloaded and printed off, and you can keep it in a file. You can download it to your computer and keep it on your hard drive forever, or you can leave it in the membership portal and keep it stored there for free. Well, you've paid for it, but I paid for the storage unit, and you can just keep it in there and access it whenever you want. So you don't have to store it on your hard drive. But yeah, it's there. Brad, I'm in Australia. Yes, I am. I'm in Perth. I'm in Perth. So that's where I am, in Perth, Western Australia. Yes, okay, well, let's get started on the reading. So how this works is I'm going to pick 3 cards, and these 3 cards will be the energy report for this week. So I'm going to read for the collective first, your spirit team, my spirit team, your higher self, my higher self, all working in sacred collaboration together. And I've put my hand up to do the readings for us tonight. After I've done the energy report, then you are welcome to ask me for reading, and I'll read for as many people as I can. But think of this energy report as being, as being a reading for all of you. So if anything resonates for you, please take it. I love doing the energy report because it's a reading for me too. Sometimes people just hang around for the energy report because there's a lot of good juice in that. Okay. Hi, Veronica. Lovely to see you. Hi, Julie. Hi, Rebecca. So if you're feeling generous, it would be amazing if you feel like sharing. That would be fabulous. If not, no pressure, no stress. Would be wonderful if you share. If you're on Instagram and you want to share this with anybody that you think might benefit from it, tag them in, and we'd really appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to pick 3 cards for this week's energy report. Yes, we're all hoping for some great cards, right? I certainly am. I'd like to have some good cards. So let's see what comes out. I need to relax a bit. I feel a bit little bit tense tonight, but it's okay. All right. What cards? What am I going to pick tonight? Yeah, so there is an early bird price for my tarot training. So you'll save over $600, $664 to be exact. So if you want to jump in on the early bird, I encourage you to do that. There is an easy pay option too. So if you don't want to pay in full, you can pay in part payments, and yeah, you won't regret it. It'll be an incredible journey and probably the last one. Hi, Heather. I'll just pop the link in here for you and hopefully you can see it. There it is. And please, if you've got, there you go, Heather, I've just popped it in. If you want to private message me and talk to me about it and ask me questions, feel free to do that. I'm not going to try and sell at you. But if you want to ask me some questions to see if it's a fit for you, don't be afraid. I mean, there's only 6 people and you have to you're going to be spending 9 months with me. You need to like me because it's going to be a long journey every week hanging out. Okay, let me read the cards. So first card. Okay, so it's not a bad card, all right? It's not a bad card. We've got Persephone. So in the Mythic Tarot, this card represents Persephone, and in mythology, she is the queen of the underworld. She was dragged down into the underworld by Hades, the dark underlord who resides in the underworld. Hades, the lord of death. And he abducted her and he raped her, actually, on the way down. And she was seeded with all the dark secrets. Persephone represents where we have, she represents our unconscious material, our personal unconscious materials. So the conditions we were born into and how that has impacted on who we are. It's all the things that we're unaware of about ourselves. It's all the things all the emotions, all the memories, all the childhood memories, all the experiences that we have that we are unaware of, or that's hidden, or that's been repressed. So the collective unconscious, we think of that as being the collective psyche, or all of the taken for granted, for example, taken for granted material that we have repressed, patriarchy, like women's oppression, gender, how we perform these things unconsciously, and it's part of the collective unconscious. This card actually represents the personal experiences that we've had in the micro with our families, and how that has impacted on who we are and how we perform who we are unconsciously. We don't even realize often that we're projecting this material outside of ourselves. I hope I'm making sense. So let me talk a little bit more about this card. So Persephone is your psyche, but she is your psychic nature. She is your dreams. She is your inner verse, your inner reality, your inner self, and your connection to your inner self. She is your fantasies. She's your daydreams, the way in which, you might be folding your washing during the day and you're kind of daydreaming away, fantasizing about your future, or just general daydreaming. Watch your daydreams. There are messages in that. What are you daydreaming about? Because it's seeding your future. Persephone is an oracle. She is a high priestess, and she's a high priestess of the Mythic Tarot, but she's also an oracle, and she has knowledge about your future based on the beliefs that you have and the conditions you were born into and the fates that you're creating by your unconscious material, the stuff that you believe about yourself that may not be in your conscious awareness, you might not be consciously aware of. So she sends signals to us through our dreams, through our feelings, and through our daydreams. So we want to take notice. We want to take notice of our dreams this week. Maybe start a dream journal. Maybe start noting, taking notice of your dreams. Start journaling your dreams. And absolutely, like, she is a psychic card. So she is about, trusting your intuition. Now, she can't give you all of this information all in one go because it would be absolutely overwhelming. So she gives us little pieces, little snippets, pieces of the puzzle. So you want to take those little pieces and rest with them and explore them, what she's sharing with you. Now, she is light and dark. She's not all light. It doesn't mean that you're going to receive these psychic insights and it's going to make you feel like fucking amazing, because it's not always like that with her. Think of the nights when you can't sleep and you sort of, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you just, all the things, you're remembering all the things that you should have done, the conversations that you wish you had and the things that you didn't say, or the arguments that you've had, and all of that stuff starts to come up and haunt you. And then when the sun rises, it's almost like a relief. You're like, oh God, thank God that was over. Or thank God I went to sleep. And you wake up and you're relieved. There is a sense of relief. So she is very haunting. She can haunt you. And yes, it's to bring, it's really, the purpose is to bring this psychic material to your conscious awareness so that you can integrate more of who you are. And most importantly, to recognize the future you're creating through the beliefs that you have about yourself and the repressed material from your past that you need to clear and that you need to look at. So, can I please show her face? Laura said. Yes. Here you go. Can you see her? Persephone. She's beautiful, isn't she? So she is, she is the daughter of Demeter. And her story is quite tragic. You know, she was taken by Hades, dragged into the underworld and raped. And she was disempowered basically by the Dark Underlord. And she had to meet him. She had to meet him in her power at his level and then rise above him. And she became the queen of the underworld. You might sort of ask yourself, you know, when this card comes up as well, you know, personally, where have you been most disempowered in your life? And where have you had to find your power? To take your power back, because that's where the medicine is in terms of being able to face, to be the queen, to be Persephone. And where have you taken your power back, or how can you take your power back? And that is about facing some of the dark secrets within. So she's an incredibly powerful card. In tarot therapy, we would talk about her in the context of her being your personal unconscious and learning to build rapport with that so you can get to know yourself deeply and so that you can get to manifest the kind of future that you actually want. Okay, so the next card, oh, this is a great card. So that was a pretty heavy card, hey? So in short, Persephone is your psychic self. You are a psychic being. And this week, I would encourage you to watch your dreams, to listen to your intuition, notice what you're daydreaming about. And yes, and any material, any discomforts that come up from the unconscious or that come up from inside of you that may be triggered by outside events, but the discomforts that come up, look at where that has come from. Look at where you're feeling disempowered, and look at where you want to empower yourself, where you can get, claim your power, where you can find your power. Oh, gosh. It's a big card. She's a big card. All right. And she's a major card. So it's a major rite of passage. Rite of passage meaning that it's a fate that we cannot avoid. Oh, you've been dreaming. Oh, it's so good that you're tapping into your dreams again. Okay, let's look at the next card. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Here we go. Now, this guy is in the sign of Virgo. Virgos are industrious and they do work hard and they're in service. They are nurturers. They like to nurture. They do take care of. And this card is mutable, meaning this energy is changeable. It's kind of it doesn't stick around for long. And mutable signs like Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini, I think, is mutable as well. Yes, these mutable signs can be somewhat chameleon-like, meaning that they can just sort of fit in anywhere. But anyway, long story short, with this card, he is a healer. Now, he is the son of the god Apollo, and he was gifted all of these healing tools and gifts by all the gods and the goddesses. And so he's a natural healer. When this card comes up in a reading, it's a reminder to connect with the natural elements, to connect with your healing abilities, to connect in, to go and have the Reiki session. Or if you're wanting to develop your healing arts, go and find a school or go and find somewhere where you can learn the healing arts. It's also a reminder as well that to connect with the natural elements of life, natural therapies. At the moment, I'm diffusing a lot of essential oils, connecting in with a lot of essential oils and allowing them to infuse in my daily life. They speak to me, they support me. Where do you need support? What can you use in terms of like the natural earth medicines to support you? This card also represents industry. It also represents the practical things that we've got to do in life to create the kind of abundance that we want, or to bring money in. Where do you need to sort of apply some practical elements to your work? So it could be like, setting up, it could be like setting up the web page, or setting up Calendly if you're a business owner, something like that. Or maybe it's organizing your files, or cleaning out some drawers and cleaning out things, getting things organized. Maybe it's like, getting the bookkeeping stuff done, getting your horrible tax sort of stuff organized as well. Maybe it's something like that. He is very practical. Now, on the other end of this card, so there's a few layers to this card. I want to talk about another layer with this card. Yes, Rebecca said, yeah, she's curling up, crytailing. I don't know what that is, with her crystals, even wearing them in your bra. Yes, I've got my crystals on tonight as well. Love my crystals, absolutely. So yes, you wear your crystals in your bra all the time. Me too. And then I forget about them. I take my bra off at night when I go to bed, and they fall out and they hit me on the foot, and it hurts. They hit my toes when they fall out. Anyway. Okay, so yes, I want to speak about another level of this card. So this card is, now I've forgotten what I was going to say because I was talking about crystals. Shit. What was I saying? What was I going to say about this? Can't remember. I was listening. Can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, never mind. All right. Well, let me just carry on anyway. No, it's just come back. There you go. Spirit wasn't going to let me get away with it. I remember now. So for those of you who are new in business, or that might be doing the intuitive arts, or that might be a healer, or that might just be setting up business, go easy and go gentle, and definitely start at the grassroots. I think many people, when they first start doing their work, it's kind of like one person at a time, or one session at a time. Don't think that you're not making an impact. Like trust all the little things that you're doing. It's creating a ripple effect. This guy here, he didn't think that he was anything special, besides the fact that he was actually, or despite the fact that he was actually the son of a god. He didn't think he was anything special. And when he passed away, everybody missed him greatly, because he healed the bees. He was a beekeeper, and he healed the bees. And these bees, as you know, bees are incredibly important. They create produce, and all the beautiful fresh produce that the farmers are able to bring to market, and that we get to live on and eat and thrive, and all of that good stuff. Take what you do, value what you have to offer in the world. Don't doubt your capacity for change, or impacting or creating change in your environment. Don't doubt your capacity to heal, or don't doubt your skills in counseling or therapy, or don't doubt your skills in the workplace. Even it's the ripple effect. One person at a time, one reading at a time, one session at a time. Trust that you are making an impact. Okay, the next card. Oh, no, and there's something else I need to say there. As simple as a smile. That's right, Rebecca, absolutely. Something else I want to say about this is this also represents a person. All the court cards represent people in our lives. Now, so for those of you, this will represent somebody who's very grounded, down to earth, loves animals, someone who is definitely maybe pragmatic, maybe even somewhat boring, but someone really reliable. This is somebody who, for those of you, there'll be somebody in your life this week that's going to make an impact on you. And yes, it could be a new partnership. Yes, it could be a new friendship, or maybe it's a rekindling of a friendship. But this is definitely somebody who is impacting you in a very positive way, someone who's incredibly helpful. So don't push them away. Don't push them away. Okay. The next card. Five of Wands. So what do I want to say about this card? Well, first of all, there's a dragon in this card. Well, actually, let's talk about what the wands represent. The wands represent your destiny, soul purpose, your imagination. They represent your creative energy and divine inspiration, and the way in which you manifest your reality. Your life is the art. It's not about you having to look outside of yourself for the answers. The answers download, and your gift is basically expressing your true nature in this lifetime, in whatever way it shows, in whatever way you need to show up in your best version of you. The wands is all about your life is the art. You are creativity. Creativity moves through you. It's not separate from you. You are the creative process. When the wands come up in a reading, it is very much about adventures and destiny and divine inspiration and being guided by something that is greater than the self, or being guided by lightning bolts of inspired, intuition. And so in this card, we can see a dragon, and this dragon represents the North Node and the South Node, or maybe we'll speak of it as your past self and your future self, what you're becoming, what you've outgrown and who you're becoming. The tail of the dragon is what you've outgrown, and the head of the dragon is what you're becoming. And when this card comes up in a reading, it is about you having to let go of the original vision that you had for your life. We're all being called to tweak things a bit, to be flexible this week, to open our mind to being flexible regarding the vision that we have for our business, for our life, for our relationships, for our employment. Maybe it's like, for some of you, it could be that the idea that you originally had, you've kind of outgrown it. It's no longer a fit for the person that you're becoming. And we're required to start tapping into our intuition now and start feeling into the creative process rather than trying to intellectualize this. Sometimes this card will come up when there's a block and we're sort of making a mountain out of a molehill. And all it is really we just need to make a tweak to things. We have to just tweak things slightly, change things up a little bit. Sometimes this card will come up when we've had ideas in our mind about what we want, but the reality is it's not really a fit anymore. So, you've changed, you've grown. So accept, sometimes it really is about that we've got to get some practical things in place, to manage the situation that we find ourselves in. Really interesting cards tonight. So let me tell you a little bit more about Jason. So Jason, the fleece represents your soul purpose. It represents your destiny. The dragon has this fleece. It's your fear, right? The fear that you have about you stepping out of your comfort zone and fulfilling your soul purpose or fulfilling your destiny. It's the fear of you showing up. It's the fear of you not being able to have what you want. And Jason has to employ Medea, the sorceress, to help him. And what she does is she gives him this sleeping potion that he gives the dragon, and it knocks the dragon out, and the dragon goes to sleep. And then he's able to take this fleece, which is his soul purpose, his destiny. He claims his destiny. He claims what he wants. So putting the dragon to sleep is really about, you putting your fears to rest, that everything is going to be okay. It's going to work out just fine, but you've got to tweak the original vision. Things aren't quite a fit right now. Things have to shift, have to do things a little bit differently, and work with what's actually showing up. And trust your intuition, trust the creative process. Okay, so let's look at these cards. So we've got very intuitive cards tonight. First of all, we've got the High Priestess. So this is definitely about trusting your psychic awareness, trusting your intuition, trusting listening to your inner self, looking at the unconscious material and the material from your past and how that might be impacting on your future, or what you're believing about yourself. And, you know, Jung would say that your fate is a culmination of all these beliefs that you have about who you are stored in the personal unconscious, and you being unaware of that, and you thinking that it's fate, but actually it's you that's producing that reality. This is the card of building rapport with your inner self, and trusting, listening, trusting, feeling, watching what material is coming up as you daydream or as you dream. And just notice that, learn from that, notice what you're thinking about, and you know, shift your reality. If you are like saying things to yourself that are blocking you from having what you want, you're going to have to start changing your language. Definitely, you know, utilize your earth medicines this week. Get in touch, use your crystals, use your oils. Work on, you know, go into, utilize the healing arts. And absolutely, like, we've got to sort of meet some of the practical things this week, get the practical things done so that you feel confident, you know, to make the shift, to make those little tweaks that you know are going to benefit your higher path this week. Okay. Yes, it can also be where we are globally, for sure. Yes. All right. So that's this week's report. Oh, I was kind of hoping for something a bit more exciting. Who else was? I think we've got some personal work to do this week. We've definitely got some personal work to do this week. Where are we outgrowing? Where are we holding ourselves back? Where are we disempowering ourselves? And where do we need to find our inner power? Where do we need to empower ourselves? Maybe these are the questions we need to ask ourselves this week with those cards. And not to feel like we're not making any sort of headway because we're working on the practical things. Honestly, I hate doing my books. I've done that. I've now given, like, I've got a bookkeeper now, but I don't even like working on my website. I don't even like doing copy, like selling stuff. I enjoy teaching and doing the things that I do. I absolutely love it, but I don't like the part where I've got to like go on social media and sell it. I can't stand that part, but it's got to be done. These practical things, you've got to show up. You know, we've got to show up and do the things. Yeah, anyway, yes, strong foundations, absolutely. So, all right, let me do some readings. So I'm going to, yeah, I'm a bit of a, I think many of you might relate to this, but if you've come from a pretty sort of, if you've had, how do I say this without being too global? But let's just say you've had a pretty traumatic background, or you've had some traumatic relationships, that you might sort of get so used to having your nervous system kind of activated and elevated that when things are boring, or when things are mundane, or when things are just sort of easeful, you might confuse that with being boring or nothing happening. And that actually, that is like an ideal state to be in peace and calm. I mean, that's a great place to be. But when you're so used to having your nervous system activated, you're kind of looking for things to try and activate your nervous system to give you that peak experience, because you're so used to being on fight or flight. And and so we kind of have to learn to retrain ourselves, you know, not to respond from that place, because often experiences that have us feeling that kind of activation are not really for our highest good and not really in our best interests. And we might actually confuse it for love or romance or something exciting when it's not really. It's, you know, good things feel good. We don't really feel that like anxious activation. It's not, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean good things are on their way. Yes, trauma does do that. Yes, it does, Helen, doesn't it? So we do have to be careful, hey? All right, so let's pick some people. I'm going to choose Jill Crawford. Is that who I've got? No, here we go. Jocelyn, and then Jill. Hello, yes, I'll read a card for you, Jocelyn. Let's see what card comes up. All right, Jocelyn. So this card tells me that you are definitely in the process of doing some personal work, or if you're not, this is a suggestion that it's probably time to do some personal journey work, focusing on healing yourself and developing a strong relationship with you, stepping into your sense of agency, independence, and authority. And this card will often come up when we need to find ourselves again, when we need to find who we are in our relationships, outside of our relationships. Who am I outside of my relationships? Who am I in the world? And so, yeah, this card it is about wanting to have like the ideal relationship, whatever that is for you. And yes, and that you having been betrayed or having some betrayal in the past, your heart has been hurt. So vulnerability, you and vulnerability, there's some work to do around that, around vulnerability, and being hurt in the past, having your trust broken. So this tells me that there's some personal work for you to do around healing your heart, and if you want to have the kind of fulfilling relationship that you truly want for yourself, then it's going to require you to sort of look inside of yourself and see, what you may be, what part of you that you need to reclaim, that you need to, or what sort of. Sometimes this card will come up as well when we need to face parts of ourselves to bring them back home. All the scattered pieces of ourselves, the parts that we've rejected from relationships or from incidences or things that have happened in our life that we might feel shame over or feel embarrassed about, or we don't like that experience, so we kind of push it away. So, and it is about bringing these pieces of you home and making it safe and okay for all of those pieces of you to come home again, to you feel whole again, to reclaim you. And it really is about reclaiming your heart and finding learning how to trust your heart again. There's conflict around your heart. There's conflict around your heart. Okay, that was your message. Okay, you got knickers on? Yeah. So, crawl. Yeah. That's my daughter. She needs to go to the toilet and she's only got her knickers on. So I said she's got to crawl. Go and crawl. And shut the door behind you, Selena. Shut the door so that you can go to the toilet. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Shut the door. Shut the door behind you. Good. Okay. All right. So, next person. I'm going to read for Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Nice to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Hi, Janine on Instagram as well. If you'd like a reading on Instagram, just leave a yes there, and then and then I'll read for you. So yeah, all right, Tracy. Hi. Would love to read for you. Let's see what comes up for Tracy. Did you put clothes on? No. Hi, Tracy. So the first card that I've got for you is Demeter. So is the Empress. Her name is Demeter. This is Persephone's mum. So if you remember the reading that I gave you, this is Persephone's mum. And I'll read for you next, Brad. But first of all, I'll read this. So yes, this is Persephone's mum, Demeter. So you can see here she's pregnant. This is fertility. This represents fertility, and it also represents your fertile nature. This tells me that whatever it is that you've been planning for yourself, this suggests to me that abundance is on its way to you, that you're preparing to birth something new. There's a new project or whatever it is that you've been wanting to manifest or create. This is confirmation that it is abundant and that you will be gifted by it. Something is on its way. It is also the card of divine timing, and so one has to be patient around this as well. You can't sort of rush this process. You need to be patient with yourself around this with this card. It also Demeter also represents our relationship to our mum and to mother wounding. And maybe some of the questions you might want to ask yourself with this card is, where am I overgiving, or what am I doing trying to please, in what way am I unconsciously performing this behavior to try and please people outside of me to get approval? Or how am I, how am I doing that in a way that's preventing me from or that maybe is draining me, where I'm overgiving. And yeah, so she is the way in which sometimes we're looking for approval based on what our mothers have sacrificed, for us, for who we are, and we unconsciously feel some guilt, and so we try and do things to make other people happy, or ultimately to make our mother happy, to feel like she's made, the sacrifices that she made for us were all worthwhile. So we do things to try and keep her happy. And we all kind of unconsciously do that. We as women, if you think of the red bloodline, all women have made huge sacrifices over the years. We come from a long line of women that have gone through some incredible difficulties, oppression, violence. There's all horrendous things. If you look at the history of women, we've endured a lot. So I'd be looking at that bloodline and looking at where you need to do some healing around that, Tracy. Okay, so this next card also represents, this is the other card I got for you. This is about certifications. This is about trainings. This is about getting training. This is about, if you haven't already enrolled in your training, I would encourage you to do that. If you want to do some training, or you want to be recognized, or maybe it's about recognition for the work that you're doing, recognition for the seeds that you've been planting, and for the this new project, or this new thing that you're birthing. This is confirmation that you get recognized for it. It's a recognition. And so it's a great card, this one. It's recognition for your hard work and for your labor, and being seen for what you have to offer. Now, it could be certification of some sort. It's my feeling as well that there's probably some of that going on there too. Okay, that's your message, Tracy. All right, so then I'm going to read for Brad, and then I'll read for Janine Brody on Instagram. Okay, message for Brad. Hi, Brad. Nice to meet you here. Thanks for tagging all your friends and family in here. That was nice of you to do that. And yes, love to read for you. So let's see what cards come up. Oh, you always miss me, do you, Dave? I think I read for you before. I'm pretty sure I read. You asked me this question before, and I think I might have even got on my board, my Ouija board. I think I may have even got on there and answered the question from memory, something like that. Pretty sure. Okay. So let's read for Brad. Oh, two big cards, Brad. So first of all, Brad, I just want to talk about this card. This card tells me that you are going through some significant changes, or you have been going through significant changes, and this tells me that it's time to cut ties to the past. The past is, when this card comes up, it's like you now have developed some emotional resilience now to be able to face the past and cut ties to the past. This is in preparation for your rebirth, in preparation for a new beginning. And so when this card comes up, it also suggests that there was some karmic ties or past life connections there that needed to be severed, that needed to be cut so that you could move forward. This is also like healing. This is about you receiving healing, finally being able to integrate the past without it triggering you like buggery. Sometimes it's difficult to talk about our past or talk about situations in our past because we don't have it's still so tender, it's still so sensitive. with this card, it suggests that you have developed some emotional resilience to it now. So your capacity to go there and to explore it now, to finally cut ties to it, is now. Like, go forth and it's time to sever the past. But to do that, you've got to finally face it and see it for what it is. This is a karmic card. It is about reaping the rewards for the work that you've done too, for how far you've actually come, and to not doubt how far you have come. You have come a long way. And, this is one of the final cards in the 22 trumps. You've been on quite a journey. This suggests to me that you've actually been through a lot to get to this point now, and some difficulties around relationship as well. Some big stuff has happened. But yes, this is you finally receiving some healing and the readiness to it's time to cut ties to the past. This card represents money. It represents business. Look, when this card comes up, it is time to expand. It is time to step into your expansion. This is Zeus, and Zeus rules the planet, or Jupiter and Zeus connected. Zeus rules the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, philosophy, travel, higher consciousness, higher mind. But he's also about business and making money and building structures in our everyday, 3D reality, and working with economics and building foundations and ethics and values and all the things that really do drive our decisions. This tells me that there is some kind of up-leveling around money or business for you, or a new occupation or job offer or business. There's money coming in or new opportunity coming in for you. Yes, powerful growth cards, Miranda. Absolutely. Miranda's so psychic. She's tuned into this for sure on Instagram. Miranda's amazing. So the world is your oyster, Brad. The world is your oyster. You've been called to step up. It's time to step up and start, developing your business prowess. Is that how you say that? You know what I mean. It's time to step up and step into your power and expand, expand your mind about what's possible. Let go of the past and start moving into your best self. Okay, that was for Brad. Janine, hi Janine, would love to read for you. I'm just feeling like I'm going really slowly tonight. Time feels like it's kind of paused or something. It's on pause or something along those lines. Yeah, anyway. So let's read for Janine. And then after Janine, I'll read for, what's this? GB, send me a friend request for your, oh God, block user. Just got rid of it. Block user. There we go. Did we get rid of it? Did I get rid of them? Block user. Oh, no, that's right. That's the person that's being weird. Oh, they're still up there. Everybody see this person? Dana M. Primers. She's a weirdo. Don't trust her. She's dodgy as hell. Don't listen to it. Okay, so who am I going to read for now? Oh, you're trying to sell your business. Oh, okay, Tracy. Yeah. Okay, so now I don't know. I'm just lost. Who am I reading for? I'm reading for Janine, and then I'm going to read for Christ. Can't Helen. I'll read for Helen. I can't see. I couldn't see. You think I'm funny, Janine? I'm not even my best self tonight. I feel like I'm a bit sort of like not in my best practice or best self tonight. I have a good laugh with my mate Angela. We're so inappropriate. I was thinking about that today. Like I start trying to be all kind of appropriate and all like plugged in, spiritual and all that sort of stuff. And then I just throw some ridiculous meme out there and then I start just like, yes, complete inappropriate conversations, and I just start looking like I've got Arrested Development and all of that sort of stuff. Anyway, all right. So could be that it's Monday, not Sunday. I don't know. I've been in a, I feel like today I've just been slowing right down. I'm not sure. I'm not, and energetically, I'm not feeling like really vibrant tonight, but that's okay. I can still read. It's no problem. Oh, thanks, Rena. I appreciate Rena's that I love your sense of humor. I don't feel like I'm even being funny tonight. I reckon I don't even think I've even like said anything that funny tonight. Anyway, I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad I'm making people laugh. So where am I? Janine, Christ. I'm just getting so distracted. Not grounded. That's the problem. All right, Janine, I'm here. Oh, you like my memes. Thanks, Janine. I appreciate that. Now I'm going to read for Janine. Here we go. Ready? All right. Oh, Janine. Okay. So the first card for you, this suggests to me that you are scared of vulnerability. Okay, when Orpheus comes up in a reading, well, I need to tell you all the story about Orpheus. He's just beautiful. So he was a musician, and Orpheus was in love with Eurydice. And so King Orpheus is Apollo's son, and Apollo, the god Apollo, gifted him this musical lyre, and Orpheus used to write poetry. So he's a poet and a musician, and he's my Michael Hutchence, right? He's hot. This is a great guy. So and he's sensitive. Anyway, so he fell in love with Eurydice, and Eurydice was at the altar. They were about to get married at the altar. And as she said, yes, I do, and he put the ring on her finger, she was bitten by a snake and she died. And then she was taken into the underworld. Well, Orpheus was absolutely heartbroken. He was devastated by this. And so he went into the underworld begging Hades to bring Eurydice back, to let him have Eurydice. And Hades said no initially. And so what he did is he played the most beautiful, heartfelt, heart-rendering love song with his lyre. And he recited the most beautiful poetry. And everybody fell to their knees in the underworld. They were weeping. They were weeping for him. And so they all just said, look, you must. Hades, you must. So Hades said, okay, you can have Eurydice back on one condition. As you walk out of the underworld, you must not look back. She'll be walking behind you. And when you come out into waking consciousness, the waking world, she will be there, but you cannot look back. So Orpheus said, yes, okay, I'll do this. And he started to walk out of the underworld. And as he was walking out, and he hadn't quite reached the waking consciousness, he couldn't hear Eurydice's footsteps. And so he turned around to check that she was still there. And she was. But, of course, because he turned around, she faded all the way back into the unconscious realm, never to be seen again. The end of his love affair, or his marriage with Eurydice, over. So, this is the story of once bitten, twice shy. This is the story of being, heartbroken, or having your heart broken, and not being scared of vulnerability, or being scared to open up, being scared to share your true feelings, being scared of being honest with yourself, about how you truly feel, being scared of saying all the things, saying beautiful things to people. This isn't about you talking to someone and telling them about your life story and how shit things have been. This is about opening your heart to true feelings, telling someone you care about how you feel. This card represents you and your vulnerability, and you being closed, a closed book. Usually this card will come up when people are gifted healers, and a lot of therapists are really gifted at holding space and listening to others, listening so deeply to other people. But really sometimes it's to avoid your own pain. But it does also represent, the potential of you attracting somebody in your life that has depth and emotional depth, but is too scared to open up, and you need to give this person time and patience. You need to give yourself time and patience as well. You need to practice saying, I like you to people. I like you. I enjoy you. I enjoy your company. I'm having a good time. I like spending time with you. I miss you. All the things. Just start practicing saying that to people. I enjoy you, or whatever it is, how you truly feel. Let your feelings out. Feeling is healing. Exactly, Miranda. Thanks. So that was your card. Janine, that was for you. So when Orpheus does come up, he is a healer. Okay, so he does represent your capacity for healing or your ability, to become a counselor or a therapist. If you not already are, I imagine people may come to you and tell you all of their problems. Or, maybe this is a prompt for you to like go and explore the course, the thing that you've been wanting to do so that you can go and help people, in the way that you feel drawn to. All right, so Helen, this is for you. Hi, Helen. I'm going to pull a card for you now. Hi, Trudy. Hang around. I'll read for you after Helen. So don't run away. All right, so Helen Shayna Sweets. Let's pick a card for Helen. How am I going for time? I've still got time. Good. We've still got plenty of time, guys, so don't run away. Helen, this is for you. Oh, Helen, okay. So this card suggests that you need to sort of she's in the sign of Leo. First things first. So she's in the sign of Leo. This is about, how do I shine in the world? How do I shine my talents? How do I become my most vital version of me? How can I show up? Oh, you're so welcome, Janine. Yes, you need to start, Janine, saying, yes, I do struggle with that. I'm a healer also, but I use it on myself only. It's time to spread your wings. It's time to spread your wings and start helping other people. Start opening up to the idea that you can. And that out of all the cards, Janine, that is the card of the healer. That is the card of the healer. You are a gifted healer. Open your heart and your mind to the possibility that you can help others. Do it. Explore what in the ways in which you'd like to do that. Sorry, Helen, I'm coming back to you now, so I couldn't help being drawn over there. So the Queen, okay, so this card represents your heart's desires, being patient with yourself about manifesting what you want. Now, my feeling is, Helen, that you've got you've got a craft or a hobby or an interest, something that you're very passionate about, and that you could possibly turn into maybe even monetize, or turn it into a business, or turn it into something that is more sustainable. But you're being called to be patient with yourself as you grow this. This feels like a soul purpose thing, that you are destined, like a skill that you have, or a gift that you have, that you're destined to share with people. It's like your soul purpose to gift this to others. But you've got to be patient with yourself and be loyal. Be loyal to the vision, to the dream that you have in expressing this gift out into the world. Go forth and do it. I feel like you need to be seen in your gift. You need to share your gift. You need to show up and share this with other people. And definitely don't give up on it. Don't give up. You've got to be in for the long haul. Leos will see things through to the end. See it through. See it all the way through. Go forward and do this. Go and share this gift with people. Share this gift with people. It is your soul purpose. This is like, it's your thing. Go out there and do it. Go out and become it. Go and gift it to other people. Okay. Hi, Tracy. There was somebody else. I can't remember who it is. She'll be back. Someone who just woke up and said, I feel a bit dizzy tonight as well. I did a COVID test, actually, because a couple of people I know and someone that I saw last week had COVID, so I thought I should do a COVID test. I don't feel 100%. I did it. It was fine. I don't have COVID. I've already had COVID. I reckon I had it so bad. I should have, like, my immune system should be, like, I should be really kind of, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, was it you, Trudy? I'll be back for you, Trudy. I'll be back. So let me read for Tracy first, because Tracy will be gutted. I've just chosen Tracy. And I go, no, sorry, Tracy, you're off. Oh, thanks, Helen. I'm sending you all the love. All right, Tracy, this is for you. Let's pick some cards for you. Oh, I thought it was the same card. It's not. Okay, Tracy, any love coming in, please? All right. Sorry, I was burped. Sorry about that. That was a bit rude. This card represents, the Queen of Pentacles represents Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. And this is in the context, okay, Instagram's just cut out, so it only gives me an hour. I could probably load it up again, but I won't. It'll be fine. I might share. Let me just do this because I lost it last time. Next. Let me just quickly do this. Tarot report. There we go. And I'll go back and fill in the details later. There we go. Fill in the details later. All right. So, yes, back to you, Tracy. So, yes, this is okay. I want you first of all look at how full figured she is. This is a card. This card represents sensuality, and Venus in the context of how you take care of your body, how you take care of your sensuality, how you take care of your sexuality. This is about you indulging your senses, doing all the things to pleasure yourself, to finding self-pleasure, the ways in which you can pleasure yourself. And, you know, I've got my daughter here, so I'm being somewhat, you know, over like broad or superficial. I'm not going to go in deep, but I think you know what I mean. This is about getting in touch with that more deeply, getting in touch with yourself and your sensuality and your sexuality. But it's also about valuing your worth. This is about like giving yourself the best, expecting the best, and knowing that the best, like when you value you, when you tune into yourself in the most deepest valuable way, that you will attract what you actually want. This card represents you loving up to yourself and loving up to your life and giving yourself the best, you know, the best clothing, the best foods, the best that life has to offer. You're being called not to be cheap on yourself. You know, don't rip yourself off. You know, you only live once, so they say, you know, but this is the life that you're conscious of right now. Give yourself everything that you deserve. Don't be tired. Like, invest your time, your energy, your money and resources into what you truly desire. So it's not about being superfluous, Tracy. It's not about wasting money and just spending money on shit and just having like a whole heap of things trying to fill a void. This is about eating the cake, but having the best piece of cake. Like buying the beautiful sheets. And it might sound like first world stuff. And yeah, well, we do live in a first world country. But ultimately, it's about giving yourself the best experience that you can for you in this lifetime. And that will attract what you actually want. This tells me that life is about to shift. There's some big changes happening for you. You need to have quicksilver thinking, quicksilver shifting changes are ahead of you, a change of direction. And this is a good thing. This is a good thing. This is like go for the shiny object. The message with this card is go for the shiny object. When the shiny object shows up, say yes and change direction. The course of your destiny is going to change very soon, significantly. And this is exciting. Base it on your self-worth. You are allowed to have the best. Give yourself the best. Radical self-worth. Let yourself have what you deserve. Let me tell you a little bit about this woman here because I think it's really relevant. So her name is Queen Omphale, and she was a ruler. She was bequeathed her kingdom by her late husband, and she was a ruler, and she bought Heracles from the market. He was being sold as a slave, and she paid a good price for him. It wasn't about spending a fortune. It was the fact that she had a good eye for you know, something of value, for things that were of value. And she bought him not as a fighter, as a lover. She bought him to please her, to pleasure her. And yes, and she made a good investment. She made a great investment. And yes, and she gave her kingdom all the best things. They had the best clothes, the best foods, the best of everything. So yeah, I think you've got the point. I think you've got the message. It's time, you know, stop denying yourself. Let yourself have what you want, and pleasure, self-pleasure, self-pleasure, self-pleasure. you need to get in touch with your body again. Okay. Lost people on Instagram now, so that's fine. Now, there was somebody who I said, Trudy, it was Trudy, wasn't it? Hi, Trudy. Hello. Nice to see you. Lovely to meet you, Trudy. I'm glad that you've popped in tonight. Oh, you made it, Miranda. Yeah, it cuts me off on Instagram after 1 hour, and then I get all flustered trying to reboot it, so I just had to leave it. Hello. Hello, everyone. All right, Trudy, let's pick some cards for you. Let's see what's here for Trudy. All right, because Trudy's woken up in the middle of the night, guided by spirit, to jump online and have a chat, with spirit. What does spirit have to say? Oh, Trudy, okay. So the first card I drew for you is the powerful manifesting card. This tells me that you've got the energy to pull this idea that you have. This is a windfall of some. Pull this idea that you have off, as in, that sounded so wrong. I think you know what I mean. This is about having the energy to be able to manifest what you want. It will take off. This is the power one needs to bring ideas into physical form. This is the manifesting card. This is the card that all of my tarot students go, yes, when this comes up in a reading. This means that you're going to get, whatever it is that you want to launch, whatever it is that you want, it is going to manifest. This is the windfall. The windfall is on its way. If it hasn't already arrived, it will be. It will arrive very soon. So this is Poseidon. It is a very powerful card. This is the energy of manifesting your dreams into reality, ideas into matter, and your turn is coming. This is your turn. Now, I think love is either here or it's on its way. This tells me that if you're a healer, this suggests to me that whatever you do in the healing arts brings windfalls to you, and whatever idea that you have around your business, if you do have a business in the healing arts or in that kind of area, that it's a windfall is on its way. But I read this card earlier for someone else, and I think you might remember it. This is Orpheus. Orpheus, this is the once bitten, twice shy. You need to open up. You need to start being more vulnerable. You need to start showing up more vulnerably and saying all the things, being true, having a true heart. Now, I'm not suggesting that you're deceptive. I'm not suggesting that at all. But what I am feeling with this card is that you cover up, you hide your true feelings. You need to go out there and start sharing how you truly feel and start opening up. If you want what you want, then you're going to have to let down the guard and let down the guard around your heart. Trust your heart, let your heart lead, let your heart speak. Do all the things that will enable you to open your heart. Now, what do I mean when I say do all the things? So it's speaking honestly about how you feel. Sharing your true feelings. Yes, you hide, do you, Trudy? Yeah, it's time to let down the guard. It's time. So this might be an opportunity to go and get some healing, or to become the healer. One or the other. Both, probably. Both. There's a windfall coming your way. Master manifesting. I feel like if you haven't already done this, that the healing arts is a really good place for you. And you're scared of being hurt. Yes, I understand that. We all kind of once bitten, twice shy. This is the card of fear of being hurt. But if you want what you want, you have to take a risk. You are a healer. Yes. You have to take a risk. And this is like, step into your power, show up in the world and let people see who you are. Let them see your work. You say the things, be honest, share what you do, share how you do your thing, speak about it, talk from the heart, share your message. And don't worry about and you've met a man. Oh, okay. So this is even more profound. Yes, you've got to let down the guard. So he's likely to be somewhat guarded as well. Okay. So you've got to be patient. You've got to be patient with each other. You have to be patient with each other. This is a beautiful person. This is a beautiful person, but someone who's very guarded. But he's just a reflection of the way in which you are hiding as well. Say, vulnerability isn't always about, I said this before, it's not always about telling people your life story and how shit and how broken and all the shit things that have happened and how you've been a victim and blah, blah, blah. It's not always about that. It's not always about that. Sometimes it's really just saying, I fucking like you. I want to spend time with you. Can we go out? I want to talk to you. Can I call you? I just want to be with you. Can we hang out together? Do you want to go out on a date? Can I, I'm enjoying your company. It feels really nice to be around you. All of those things that we're scared to say because we're scared we're going to get rejected. Or if we say those things, when we're going to let our true feelings out. Yeah, that is, yes, trauma bonding. Exactly, Rena. Yes, spot on. Absolutely. Oh, Rena, you're onto it. Rena's onto it. Yes, spot on. Yeah. Okay, that was your message, Trudy. So I'll do one more reading, or maybe a few more. Let me see. Let's read for Rena. Hi, Rena. So glad you're here. Big hugs, big love. You always add such good value on these lives. I appreciate your presence here. It's lovely having you here. I love it. I love your energy. You're so engaging, and you engage everybody on here, and it's lovely. It's like we've got a nice little tribe that comes together. I appreciate it. Okay, let's read for Rena. So for those of you, I should add, for those of you here, I'm going to put a link in for my tarot training and mentoring, tarot therapy training and mentoring. It is my 9-month tarot program that is opening up July 22nd. It currently is an early bird. And yes, it goes for 9 months. You, me, and 6 women. And we only, I only take 6 women. It is a psychotherapeutic journey, meaning it is a personal and spiritual journey. You will not only do your own therapy, but you will learn the therapeutic application of the tarot, so you can set up your own private practice, not only just doing tarot, but doing dream therapy, narrative therapy, counseling 101, all of these incredible skills that you can add to your tarot therapy practice, so people get a well-rounded best practice from you. So it's not just, fortune telling. Whilst we all sort of want the crystal ball, at the end of the day, people really need best practice and they need ethical practice. And the best way to do that is to collaborate, to invite your clients in on the conversation rather than you just talking at them. Having them be part of the collaborative. There's 3 voices in the conversation: yours, your clients, and the cards or spirit. And we want to include all voices so that we get all perspectives. And of course, we're not the experts of our clients' experience. They are. We need to be able to hold space for them so they can have their stories witnessed, and also to help them get clear on what's actually going to work for them, because they know really at the end of the day what they truly want. And we can obviously act as a mirror. And we do have, these intuitive skills for sure. Absolutely. I'm not discounting intuition. However, our client's voice is incredibly important, and it's often the missing piece in tarot reading. It is often the missing piece. The clairvoyant or the tarot reader acts as the expert and pretends to know everything about your life, more than you know about yourself, and it's just bullshit. There you go, I said it. Probably going to upset a few people when I say that. I know I do, but it's the truth. Let's be real. So tarot therapy is definitely like best practice, and I've got this incredible program that will enable you to upgrade your practice, moving from tarot reader, from fortune telling, into tarot therapy and psychotherapeutic practices, which will up level your practice. You'll have return clients. People will trust you. It's just such a much more ethical way of working. Okay, Rena, this is for you. Let's see what's going to come up for you. Oh, Rena. So, okay, first of all, this is the soup. This is all of those creative ideas that you have for your business or for what it is that you want to manifest. And all of your skills are valuable. None need to be sort of thrown aside. Sometimes when we're in business or when we're in the healing arts or the craft, that we think that our tools are actually the niche. But actually, it's you. It's everything that you bring to the table that's the niche. So think of your niche as this soup of all of the skills that you have, and it adds all of this beautiful flavor to the work that you do. But the actual niche is really what you focus on in your practice. So, for example, I teach channeling or I teach tarot. I want you to bring all of your skills into your practice, but focus on a specific niche. Now, all of your skills are worthy of being nurtured. And sometimes this card will come up when we have hobbies or interests that need our loving attention, that are worthy of monetizing, or you have a special gift, a gift that needs more attention, that has the potential to become something, that is going to be valuable and easily monetized. And yes, it's definitely about you like trusting this soup, but you've got to let it simmer a bit. You've got to let things simmer. This is a messenger. This card is a messenger. It's telling you that everything that you've done to this present moment goes into this soup, into this pot. And yes, your gift, you have a gift, and you need to bring this out into the community. And yeah, you've got the windfall card. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is the great windfall. This is the big yes. This is the big, this is big magic. This is big medicine. It's time to bring this idea into material form. It's time to manifest it. So whatever idea that you've had for business, this is your massive yes. Go forth. Go forth and do the thing. Don't be afraid. Invest, and there will be a windfall. There'll be a big windfall for you. Okay, that's your message, Rena. Do you know what, guys? I feel tired. I think I'm going to go. I'm feeling a bit tired now. I think I'm done. So yeah, I'm going to put closure on tonight's session. I feel a little bit tired tonight. So I'm sorry if I wasn't on my best energy. No, yes, not focusing on hot soulmate. You should have asked me, Rena. You should have asked me about that. I would have read for that but those were the cards. Trust what Spirit has to say. Go ahead, go forth and do that. Do the thing. Yeah, I'm tired tonight. I feel really tired. So I'm just, sorry I wasn't on my best energy tonight, but I'm sending you all so much love. And thanks for showing up, everyone. And I appreciate all the shares and you showing up every week when I'm here. I love that. It just makes it so exciting for everybody as well. And yes, look forward to our next, for our week ahead. Have a beautiful evening, everyone. I'm sending you all so much love. Take care. Bye.